The next challenge was, how do you convey to the masses that Hinduism is millions of gods? You see, you have ideated, conceptualized, and created millions of gods, but how do you convey them coherently to the masses so that it has the right effect? If it was through books, then the following questions emerge. Were people literate then? Was writing in practice? If so, in how many languages should one write? Was the entire population literate? Was printing in practice then? How many books to be printed? Do people have reading habits, etc.? By the way, did you know that the first English Bible was approved only in 1539? You see the challenges that they had to face to convey that Hinduism has millions of gods, and the best way that they decided that Hinduism has millions of gods was through temples. In fact, in India, every village has a temple. Through temple architecture, sculpture, ritual, storytelling, music, and festivals, temples conveyed the philosophy of a pluralistic divine structure far more effectively than any text could. They made the intangible tangible. In choosing temples as the primary vehicle for conveying the idea of many gods, our ancestors ensured not only that the message would reach everyone, but that it would be remembered, revered, and lived. So how did they convey this through the temple? Temple towers or gopurams were intentionally built to rise above the surrounding landscape. But more than the height, it was what adorned them that carried meaning. These towering structures were intricately carved with hundreds of figures, gods, demigods, rishis, sages, celestial beings, each representing the rich diversity within Hindu cosmology. This wasn't decoration. It was a statement that Hinduism has many gods and it embraces countless forms of the divine. Inside the temple, the message continues. One doesn't encounter just a single deity. Rather, multiple gods are given individual sanctums, each revered for the unique attributes and powers. The layout is deliberate. A structured prayer sequence was designed specifying which deity, god should be worshipped first upon entering and which last before leaving. This created a seamless and inclusive spiritual experience, guiding devotees through a symbolic journey across the spectrum of divine energies. It was a comprehensive civilization project, planned, sequenced, and implemented in a way that made spiritual sense across intellect, regions, and generations. It was not like capitalism, globalization, communism, etc., where the concept works in one region for some time and then it causes problems in another and fades off. India's secularism is not confined to a moment in history. It's a universal idea meant to resonate throughout eternity. Temples became the heart of Hindu spiritual ecosystem, not just places of worship, but centers of cultural transmission. I'm reminded of an incident that happened during my college years, say some 30 years back. In college, we once debated, is one god better or many? Strangely, even those born into a tradition of many deities preferred one. Less confusion is what they said, as though plurality were chaos and singularity was clarity. Years later, while we were working, another question arose. Is one child better or two? The answers were wiser. If wealth allows, perhaps more children are manageable. If resources are scarce, one may suffice. But what was astonishing was that for the growth of character, two or more are better, since they learn to share, to adjust, to yield, to respect, become friends after fighting. See the dichotomy? We fear many gods, but we trust many children as security. Many children teach harmony. Many gods create anxiety. Plurality in the family is called maturity. Plurality in the divine is called confusion. It clearly demonstrates that the problem was never in numbers. It was always in security. History shows us this much. When truth is declared singular and exclusive, conflict follows. Unity is not uniformity. Oneness need not erase multiplicity. Maturity is the ability to hold many truths without feeling threatened by them.